Good morning. I wanted to get out here today and talk to you about going from a 12-pound weighted vest to a 20-pound weighted vest and how my body is doing with it. So I've been doing this for 30 days using a 20-pound weighted vest, and I know I'm breathless. I just went up this huge hill. While I didn't lose any weight, I only had a couple of pounds to lose since Christmas. So I'm not really upset about that because some of the other things that happened were so worth it. The 12-pound weighted vest I'd worn for about a year. And it was a vest that you pull on like a coat over each arm. And this, the 20-pound weighted vest, you put on over your head and then tighten it at the sides. I plateaued, I felt, from the 12-pound weighted vest. When I first started using it, I lost a ridiculous amount of weight, but I was also really mindful of my food intake and making sure that I was walking enough steps and getting enough exercise. My job has been pretty sedentary these days. I'm a realtor and the market's not great. So I've been doing a lot more work at my desk instead of being out and about. I moved up to the 20-pound weighted vest, which offered some challenges. The first challenge, being able to put a heavy weight over your head with this particular vest, taking it on and taking it off. And you have to be mindful of it, especially when you're really tired at the end of your walk. So you want to be careful there. The other thing I had to work on the first week, I couldn't go on a 5-mile walk with it because it was that heavy. So I started out doing 2 and 3 mile walks. I actually listened to my body and went home after 2 or 3 miles and just kind of eased into it. And I think that's really important. You've got to listen to your body. And yes, it was challenging going from 12 pounds to 20. Even now, it's still challenging. This vest is actually pretty cool. Apex Up sent it to me, and I really like it because it has the ability to adjust by 2-pound weights. And it has pouches in the front and pouches in the back to put those weights in so you can increase your weight over time. And it goes all the way up to 32 pounds. Well, if that just blows you away, they also make it from, I believe it's 4 to 12 pounds and then 12 to 18 maybe, something like that. I'll put a link in the bio and you can look at each of them and decide what's best for you. But again, do not go out of your comfort zone as far as weight goes. And if you haven't used one before, go slow. So you definitely want to go slow on how much weight you choose. And I always say 10% of your body weight, but if you are overweight, that's going to be way too much for you. I've had people say, oh, I'm obese and I don't need a weighted vest. Well, let me ask you this. Are you out there moving every day? Because you need to work on movement before you add a weighted vest. Get out there, put some miles on walking, and start picking up some weights or doing some body weight exercises. What I found with the 20-pound weighted vest was I didn't lose any weight in that 30 days, which is okay. What I did gain was strength in my quads and in my glutes. I could really tell a difference there in my booty and in my legs, and also in my calves. So that was nice and worth it, I think. You don't always have to lose weight. I realized why I didn't lose weight, and that was because calories in, calories out, right? I only eat clean and no heavily processed food, but and I'm about 90% plant-based, but even plant-based eaters can overeat. So you do have to watch that. But anyway, I love this vest. And occasionally I'll put on my 12-pound vest and go back that way now too, just if I want a lighter workout during the day. And this gives a great upper body workout. It does not do anything for your arms, so you're going to have to lift some weights there. And that's been a little bit challenging, lifting weights, but I just got this new pair of pink adjustable weights that somebody sent me. They're lighter weights, much lighter than what I was used to before I had a wrist fracture, but they are 2 to 10 pounds adjustable. And I'll start doing some videos showcasing weighted workouts and things. But anyway, I wanted to tell you about this weighted vest and what you should know about that. Or I'll link up here my weighted vest workout. Honestly, you've got to do what works for you. And what I've been concentrating on is walking faster and keeping this at a quicker foot pace, just because I get a better workout doing interval training, which, if you don't know what that is, that's speeding up your workout and then slowing it down. So I'll speed it up for like 3 minutes and then slow it down for 3 minutes. And that seems to really help the progression. Anyway, what questions do you have? What are you wearing a weighted vest? And what size are you wearing it? Honestly, I like the ability of the adjustable weight, because then you don't have to buy another vest like I had to do, moving from a 12-pound to a 20-pound. Or let's say you want to go up from 12 to 16 pounds. Then you have to get another vest. And they don't make those pull over the, like a regular vest, slip your arms through and put it on like that. They don't make those in adjustable weights, or at least I haven't seen any. So the over your head method is where it's at if you want to save money there and start out low and then increase your weight over time. The big thing that you have to really work on with this too, because of the weight in the front, is you have to constantly remind yourself that you need to stand up straight and put your shoulders back. So all the different weighted vests will be linked in the comment section. I actually put together a little Amazon store for you, but if you want to try these weighted vests from the manufacturer, I have 2 stacked coupon codes for you that will give you a combined total of 30% off. Not on Amazon, but on their site. So the other thing I really liked was so many people opened up the 12-pound one and said that it really had a bad chemical smell. Well, if you air that out for 24 hours, you're not going to smell that anymore. It's all wrapped up in plastic, and they have iron pellets, so I wouldn't worry about that. This one came out and it didn't smell at all when I received it. That's something you might want to consider if you're thinking about going up in weight. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section where you are with a weighted vest, and I will talk to you next time.